Hey guys, welcome back to Goth Mom Kitchen, and today I am making fresh mozzarella with my kids. So if you want to learn how to make this with just 2 ingredients, I guess 3 with salt, stick around because we're going to be doing it right now. Hey guys, back again with Goth Mom Kitchen. Woo-hoo! And today I'm going to be making some homemade mozzarella cheese for you guys. So I have my cooking pot here. I have my candy thermometer here, and then I have almost a full gallon of whole milk. This, I think one of my kids got into this, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour all of this in. This is almost a full gallon. And we're going to be heating this up to 120 and keeping it at that temperature. And then we'll be adding our stuff to make the curd, and that's gonna be vinegar. So just make sure that's in there. And then we're gonna turn on, and I like to go really slow. So this is like medium to low. And we're gonna wait until that hits 120. Okay, we're getting there. Just getting to about 95 degrees. It's been about 10 minutes, so, but like I said, I like to go nice and slow because I don't want to burn it. And then we will need to maintain 120 while we stir out the whey in the curd, so hold tight. Okay, we are right at 120, maybe a little below, which is perfect. I've turned it down to, very low, because we will need to maintain this temperature while we pour our coagulator in, which we are using white distilled vinegar. Now you can use lemon juice or like actual rennet, but I prefer the vinegar. Actually, it has really good results. So this is gonna be pretty quick, and that was a cup of vinegar. And that's gonna, see, it's already starting to separate. So we're just gonna mix it together.
There?
Yeah, Mommy's making cheese.
Mom, can you make?
Let it sit for a second, and we'll stir it in just another minute. All right, I turned my light on for you. You can really see it separating from the whey. It's actually not doing it as much as I have in the past. I'm not really sure if that's Maggie. Okay, so now it's starting to. As I'm stirring it, it's really separating. So we'll stir it a little bit more, and we'll let it rest for a second, and then we'll stir it a little bit more. And then we'll take these out. Okay, so it is fully separated. And I have like a little spider type of thing here. And then I also have a bowl with a very fine strainer, and then a little bit of cheesecloth over top of it. So, and this is for the water to drain out into it because it's gonna get a little messy if I don't do that. So what I do is I start to scoop it out and separate the cheese curd from the whey. It smells delicious. It smells like just fresh milk, fresh cheese. Yum, 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 yum. And look how pretty clear that is. It's pretty amazing. And it happens so quickly. It happens within, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes. And so this is the base for pretty much any cheese. I'm sure there's some cheeses that have a slightly different way of getting the curd out, but I make country cheese with this, which is basically like this. I just strain it a little bit more, get the whey out, and it's like the crumbles. It's very reminiscent of like country cheese curds, or even cotija, which it reminds me of. And then you can also take this form after you've gotten more whey out and put it in a blender or a processor and get cream cheese. So maybe I'll show you guys how to do that as well. Do a little taste test. Now, you don't want to add your salt. You want to add your salt at the very end because the curdling process doesn't work as well. If you add the salt in, you know, to the milk while you're boiling it, or it doesn't reach a full boil, but I'll add my salt in at the very end. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and then we'll go on to getting the rest of the whey out. So I've gotten pretty much all of the big chunks out. Now we can turn this off. We're good to go and let that cool, and then we can dump it. You can also, I don't know if people use the whey for anything, but I'm sure there's recipes that use it. So now I'm gonna take this over to my sink and just ignore my children talking in the background. Okay, so I'm gonna put this right here. And then you can see that it's separated a lot from the whey already. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna squeeze it. So I'll try to film that. Give me a second, okay? So now I grab it and just kind of squeeze. What, sweetie? What, honey? Okay, there we go. Okay. So what I'm gonna take this out, dump that, and put this in here, and then I'm gonna try to use this again. But look at how beautiful that cheese is. So this is like basically the country cheese that I was talking about. It's very crumbly and it's ready to eat. You just add a little salt and you're good to go. But what we're gonna do to make mozzarella is we're gonna heat this up again and we're gonna start to stretch it. And that is a process and it hurts your hands because it's very hot. See, my hand is already red. So I will try my best. I have tried to make this before. I've done it before, but then the last time I did it, I actually gave up because it was hurting my hands too much and I just made country cheese. And that's what I used for pizza. So I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for 30 seconds and then we'll start to stretch it. All right, we're gonna put this in for 30 seconds and make sure it's a microwave safe bowl. That's important. And then 30 seconds, all right. Okay, you'll see with each round more whey comes out, and I put on some gloves because this is gonna be hot. So let me see if I can, there we go. Okay, I have my little GoPro phone holder here, so. Okay, and then let's take this over to my counter. See, it's really crumbly. And you just kind of start to stretch it. And you'll feel it. Just trust the process because it takes a minute, it takes a while. And you'll see a lot more whey is coming out. So, dump that out. Okay. And it'll start to get smoother and smoother. And then when it starts to cool off, you'll need to put it back in the microwave. But this is just kind of the beginning stages of it. And then we'll start to mold it into a ball. But a ton more whey is coming out, so we're gonna dump this again. Here we go. Like I said, just trust the process. I can feel it starting to form. So I just need to keep going. Continue to get so you can see it's starting to form into cheese. So we just need to keep going. Now I'm just kind of trying to keep it in one ball here. Might not be ready for this yet. It'll all start to stick together. Okay, let's dump this. I probably shouldn't be moving back and forth, but whatever. Okay. So just keep doing this, squishing it together. And you'll notice that I haven't added my salt yet. I'm gonna do that right at the very end. Hello, Jasper. What? Do you smell cheese? Yeah, it's starting to form. Okay, that's encouraging. And this will make probably a pound of mozzarella cheese. I mean, mozzarella cheese is expensive right now. So a whole fresh block of mozzarella cheese would run you anywhere from like $8 to like $16, depending on the brand. Like, I think the Walmart is probably cheaper. But if you want the nice stuff, it's expensive. So it's getting a little cooler, so I'm gonna pop it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. Okay. All right, you can see more whey. It's come out, and that's hot. Ooh, that's really hot, ouch. Oh, see, it's starting to get glossy. That's what we want. So in order to start, it's hot. In order to start forming the ball of mozzarella, you basically fold it in on itself. And you just keep doing that. This is exactly what I want. I'm gonna start to form a ball. Look how shiny it is, it's so pretty. So it's not exactly as shiny as I want it to be. Oh my gosh. But that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on a plate and I'm gonna put it in my fridge in a dish and I'll let this cool down and I'll show you what the end result looks like. So I just want to show you guys how red my hand got, and I'm like twitching a little bit. Just from the heat, I think. Poor nails. Do you guys like my Shigo nails? Kim Possible fans out there? Okay, you guys, this is the finished product. Look how beautiful that turned out. I'll slice a little. Do a taste test for you guys. Slices beautifully. You know what we forgot? We forgot to add the salt. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I just have my sea salt here. I'm making a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Wow. Look how beautiful that is. And so you can eat this just like that, or you can slice it up and put it onto pizza. That's what I usually do. My family loves it. You can grate it, put it on pizza. You can grate it and put it in anything you want. It's freaking delicious. Pardon the no makeup look. That's okay. It is a Saturday afternoon and me and the kids are making cheese. So let's do our taste test. It is so good. Really fresh. Really creamy. And like no hint of like strong cheese flavor. Obviously this is like really fresh cheese, so it didn't age or anything like that. It tastes just like fresh milk. Delicious. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Super easy. Only what, 2 ingredients? Whole milk and vinegar, and that's it. And it took maybe, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to pull together, and then a little bit of time in the fridge. I probably had this in the fridge for maybe half an hour just to rest a little bit, and then you're good to go. So if you ever run out of mozzarella cheese and you have some vinegar and whole milk, there you go, you can make your own. All right, guys, what do we say? Be kind to yourself, be kind to one another, and I will see you in the next recipe. Bye.